This is Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social. Delighted to be joined as always by George Groves. We're here in London at the Allen-Browne main event headline attraction. I never thought I'd ever say that. How you doing, George?
I'm okay. Yeah, not too bad.
What are you doing here today?
Today I'm covering the show. Very excited about it on Saturday for Sky Sports. So come down here for try do my due diligence, find out what's going on. If there's anything that hopefully the fans will tune in and find out about Saturday night. See how the fighters look. Sometimes it's a big giveaway, in demeanour and behaviour. At this point of fight week. So yeah, just coming down being nosy.
Could you take anything from any of the body language today, or anything that anybody said?
Nothing in particular. I'm just trying to catch a few for a quick word, but there are obviously the main event, Allen versus Browne seems to the point. Browne's now got a new trainer and a new location at home, so he's not travelling so much. As a fighter, I know that can make a massive difference, and that can be so beneficial that you're not wasting time on the road. Allen says he's taking it seriously. He don't often take it seriously by his accounts. So we'll wait and see. He's teamed up with Darren Barker and done some ad hoc sessions. So I'm not sure whether he'll be there. He's not. I don't think he's there in the corner on fight night. But we'll have to wait and see. I think natural ability. We'll go with the naturally smaller guy, Allen. But we know that Browne's a big puncher. So.
Now you mentioned working the broadcast. You're working alongside your old mate, Froch. Thoughts?
Well, it's not surprising from Sky. He's got a regular gig there at Sky, so they asked me in. I said, I'd love to come in and cover the fight. It's to indulge my. I'm not sure what it would be, but indulge some sort of sense of me now post fighting, now in my retirement phase. So together. I don't know if they're hoping for anything, but I ain't really I ain't got nothing planned, nothing up my sleeve, no, nothing that sort of back and forth between us. I'm sure is at a natural end.
I know you say you're not hoping for anything, or they're talking about hoping for anything. I think most boxing fans are hoping for maybe a little bit of that. I think it's fair to say.
Well, maybe. I mean, it was announced today at the press conference. They said, along with all the other fights, they said, and George Groves and Froch will be there, so hopefully they're going to have a fight. But I very much doubt that will be the case. Froch's the ultimate professional, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? And I just want to follow his suit.
Have you spoken to him since? I mean, the last time I heard him talk about you was post-retirement. He kind of went on his Froch retirement tirades about various different fighters. Have you spoke to him since then?
No, I think the last time I sort of spoke to him was via Twitter when I said stop tagging me and stuff, you arrogant cunt or whatever I put. I can't remember, I have to go back. I remember I was really satisfied with what it was, and first tweet after that was that escalated quickly for one of the fans. I was like, yeah. So, I spoke to him since then. I might speak to him. I suppose I will have to speak to him on Saturday. Let's see how he goes.
Any chance of a joint interview, Froch and George Groves for Boxing Social?
Oh yeah, of course I'm up for it. I get offered a lot of money every now and again to stand beside him. I'm probably not getting paid quite enough to do it for Sky, but Sky I've always had a soft spot for. So they get me at a cut price, and we'll see how it goes.
How's post-fighting life? How's retirement treating you? I know when we caught up at Wasserman, you were talking about motivational speaking. Saw Duncan Ross, who's obviously a close friend, he was a business associate, posting the Ricky Gervais motivational speaking from the office. Any movement on that?
Yeah. Well, I've been studying Ricky for quite some time now, and I think I got it off to a T. I've got to be honest. I've put together some stuff, but I haven't fully committed and planned to pursue that quite yet. Some TV work opportunities have come up, which I've enjoyed, and some time at home where you finish something and spend a whole career on the move, pushing forward. What's next? We need to get this and then when I stopped, I'd love to have just enjoyed it, but I still had that in my system where I need to crack on with something else. Luckily, that's kind of passed, and now I'm sort of meandering along at a more comfortable pace. Really enjoy spending some time at home, more time at home with family, and and then when this stuff comes up ad hoc, it's not a massive commitment as yet. So it's flexible, and as well as my job now as a boxing advisor at Wasserman, who are looking after a lot of fighters. Some fighters more work than others. So it's good. We got Conor Ben on the show this Saturday as well. So I'm excited to see him back in action. I've always liked Conor. I think he's got a good future if it all goes right for him. I'm sure it will. He needs to stay true to himself, but at the same time, it's not always about what he stood for so far. So he need a little bit more to add to his artillery to get him to the top level. I'm sure he's capable of it if he starts getting it right now. So this is the first fight back. He's in great shape. He works with my old strength conditioning coach, Dan Lawrence. Dan Lawrence says that he's in great shape. Looking to put on a great performance, I'm sure. It won't be nothing routine. He doesn't take anything lightly. So then push on for the next big thing.
You mentioned Conor Ben. I know another one of the clients at Wasserman is Jarrell Miller, who yesterday was revealed he failed a drugs test, has been removed from the bout with Anthony Joshua. What official update, I guess I could call it, can you give us from Miller and Wasserman?
Yeah, I'm not, me personally at Wasserman, I'm not totally his go-to guy. Obviously stateside, our understanding is we heard it, I heard it the following morning that he's tested positive for a banned substance via Eddie Hearn's tweet actually. So I'm sure Eddie knows much more about it than I do right now. My knowledge is that he was unaware of this. He's going to contest it, and so I think that means they open up the B sample, and we go from there. As it stands, he didn't have a license with New York. He was applying for that. He hasn't got that. So I think news travels real quick now in this day and age. So obviously people are now looking at alternatives and that. But I know it was his dream to fight for a world title, and he's been really fixated, dedicated, working hard towards this. So we'll just have to see what the findings come out. But as is right now, I probably should have just said no comment, but I don't really know an awful lot apart from he's from the statement he put out yesterday, and then obviously what Vada have found so far.
Okay, well, I appreciate you're not the man to speak to about that, so thanks very much for clarifying what you could and what you couldn't. As always, a real pleasure catching up with you. Looking forward to seeing you. Do you know what? It's really a shame that I'm going to the show on Saturday, because I'd really like to watch you and Carl on TV. I think I might record it and watch it later.
You can record it, maybe it will just be an anticlimax, who knows? Maybe it will steal the show, who knows? So we'll have to wait and see.
Rubik's Cube?
Done it. We've got anything new. I had loads of new stuff in the pipeline. I have to go through that old box that's probably in the loft, gathering dust right now. Some tricks. As I say, deliver something clever to come up with more money. Who knows? Let's see.
George Groves, absolute pleasure. Thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social.
Nice one. Cheers, mate.
Nice one. Thanks, George.